Be sure to tell Greg that Blake is lurking outside his house. Hi, Greg.
Hey, how you doing?
Greg, it is so great to talk to you, my friend. It's been a real long time, and you know, I'll never forget when I was in some dark hours. You probably don't know it, but what a lift, and you gave me emotionally and spiritually by your caring nature about what I was going through, and I'll never forget it. So I want to thank you for that, buddy.
You're always welcome. You know, we put our faith in where we put our faith, and I know you and I are on the same. You know, well,
yeah,
that's the way it goes. But you know, I'm glad to be here with you, and
yeah, I'm just glad to be here.
Great opportunity.
I'm just glad to be here. How about that, Greg?
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Yeah. So. You know, thanks so much for taking time out of the day, and you know, you have a lot of fans in here, Greg, and what a great day for you to come in with all this action that we're getting, and looks like you had the same channel drawn in the yen. And what do? Do you consider this a false breakout out of a downtrend? And now that we're back underneath this downtrend, I know that people are probably asking you, what do you do with the yen? A lot of people were real bullish after that breakout.
Right.
What's your view now?
Well, you know, first off, Dale, you have to listen to the market. I've been in this you know, like you, in the market long enough to know that I can't push the market around. Hold on one second. I'm going to turn something off here that's in my ear, if I could. There we go. All right. You know, that we as traders we just have to listen to the market. We can't push the market one. I've never been able to move the market one pip with anything that I do. You know, buy or sell. So
I tried. I
yeah, we've all tried.
I teach the cursor technique, where you put your cursor over the last pin bar and you move it in the direction you want the market to go.
Oh, there's a lot of those types of things that I've tried through the years, you know, that the market's watching what I do and it goes the other way, so I'll just do a small amount and they'll react to that. But you're absolutely right. We can't. We can't do it. We can't move the market one pip, so we have to listen to the market. So, you know, getting to your question here on the dollar yen, this. Do you see my cursor? I guess.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. So we're circling around the break of the 100-day moving average here. You know, you have to listen to that. You have to listen to the break of this trend line. You have to listen to the break of the 100-day moving average.
Greg, sorry to interrupt. If you want, I just want to help you here. Okay. You see that there are also some drawing tools. I mean, besides using your cursor, there is in the panel, on the top left, below where you can mute your microphone, etc. There is a little panel that has drawing tools. Yes.
You got it. Yeah.
Okay. How do I erase that? Do I just?
You right click and you get several options. Among them is an eraser, or to erase all drawings from there.
Okay, I got it.
See, you didn't know you were going to get a tutorial in a GoToMeeting room, but anyway, so. It's true. So that's your style. I remember that. You listen to market messages.
I do, and you know, you have to respect the market. You have to respect what it says and how it reacts. And so so that's what I look to do. So you know, what we do now is we're below the 100-day moving average. We went below that in the early session of last night off of that email right here, and we started to march down through other levels here as well. This is an hourly chart here. I have the overlay of the 100-day moving average, and you can see it, Dale. I love this chart because you can it overlays these moving averages on an hourly chart, and so it's so cool. Visual, and you know, look back here. You know, back here. I know I'm not using the drawing tool here, but
it's okay. It's okay. I see your cursor.
Yeah, back here, how the market moved above the 100-day moving average, and what did it do right here, right before it started to move higher? It came back, tested that, moved to the upside, and again down here in yesterday's trading, we had this opportunities here, just little short-term trading opportunities where the market came in and supported against the 100-day moving average. That helps this, you know. That helps, you know, these tests here help this break here, given traders more confidence in the moves and on the breaks. So even if you didn't hear the Comey comments or, you know, see the headline, like, you know, we have news services that we're able to see these headlines come out, you know, and Forex Live is frantically typing in what Comey's you know, said or what he wrote in the memo and stuff like that. You have this stuff as your clue, and the price action is not going to lie. It tells you a lot of things, and all you have to do is listen to what it has to say.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, price is a vote. It's a vote. It's a vote of people voting with their pocketbook. They're a buyer or a seller, and that's their vote.
Yeah, I like to say, who's in control? You know, who is showing the control? And buyers were actually showing control here, and traders anticipated the support against the 100-day moving average. But if we're truly going to listen to the market, we have to, you know, take our shots against that 100-day moving average. Okay, we're going to find support. We're going to move higher, and then maybe you sell against the 200-hour moving average up here, with risk defined against that 200-hour moving average. You know, but when it goes below here, and the vote is in, and the votes are being cast, and you know, somewhere out there in newsland over there is some memo that Comey wrote that you know, you know, brings question into all the Trump stuff. That's the story, but this is what we as traders need to focus on.
You know, that's a key pearl that you say. You know, the pearl is the 100-day was your contingency for being in the trade if you wanted to be long against it. Once it's negated, the whole reason for you being in the trade is no longer there. So it's real important to identify the reason why you're taking a trade, because then if the reason is negated, you know it's time to get out of the way. If you haven't defined a reason for doing something, and, you know, sometimes it's better to have more than one thing, like have confluence, you know, between lines and moving averages and fibs. But definitely you have to identify the rationale that's getting you, that makes you compelled to assume the risk.
Absolutely. And a lot of times people want to have that reason that you speak of to be some, you know, some story, okay? For me, and I know it's for me, I could give a darn about the story, okay? The fundamental story. I just want to see this, you know. I want to see this, and I store this away, okay? There was something that caused the market to break above here in you know, the early Asian session, come down here to the line and move higher, and guess what? Everyone in the world can see that, okay? Not just me, everybody, okay? They see this, and the smart guys, you know, you mentioned Blake. Blake, you know, his little nuances and his way to, you know, he has this intuition, okay? You never doubt his intuition, was said right before I came on, and you wonder, what does he see? Well, maybe he just sees this thing, you know, and he sees, I don't know, the failure up here above this this trend line, and he makes a judgment that, you know, I'm just going to sell highs up here. I don't know, you know, but we as traders have to sort of anticipate these ideas. But the most important thing, though, is defining your risk. And so when I talk about, and we as traders talk about this 100-day moving average. It's no secret it's there, but the most important thing that it does is it defines and limits your risk. If you define and limit your risk, then what are you risking on even buying here against this low right here? You're risking a break below that line right here. Right. So you're risking this amount. And people say, well, I can't pick bottoms, I can't pick tops, I can't, Well, someone picked the top right here twice against this old high right here, and they probably had a stop right here, against this old trend line, okay, or right here, and that's not a lot of risk, okay. And sometimes you pick it like like the best fielding shortstop out there in Major League Baseball. They can pick anything, they have this ability to pick those areas. Blake,
they see it.
Pick that spot in the dollar,
Yeah.
And say, now I'm bearish the dollar. And oftentimes is, little clues like this,
Yeah, look at
little
that.
clues like that.
Is that the 200 or the green?
That's the 100. That's 100-hour moving average.
Okay.
Right?
And those are the two that you use, is the 100 and the 2.
The 100 and the 2, that's it. I don't try to clog my charts with a lot of stuff. Three tools, moving averages, trend lines, Fibonacci retracements. They all work like a symphony with only 3 instruments. But there are
like my band, The Hands of Time. You ever hear The Hands of Time? Well, anyway, you probably didn't because it was junior high rock.
I'm gonna go on iTunes.
Yeah, Google it.
Okay. Okay.
Then that's before I turned into Elvis Pinkert. But
goodness,
anyway, Greg. So that's an interesting thing as well, is that you work with 2 moving averages, and before you got here, that's what someone in the community said, is they knew your work was the 100 and the 200 and your channel line. So so we have the yen here. What else is grabbing your attention? The big break in the dollar, the big rally in euro. It's breaching resistance right now. I'm getting some updates here. Does the dollar look, there were so many dollar bulls here. Do you think that it's over, or this is just a big correction in the dollar? And I know you're not a big guy on forecasting, but it's sure hard to want to be short this euro, isn't it?
Yes and no. I know. You can sit there and say, well, you have to be. It's hard to be short the dollar because the Fed's going to do this, and raise rates and things are, and then you throw in the whole, TRUMP into the whole equation, and you get that. Well, maybe the dollar can go lower if the market, starts to think about the unraveling of what goes on. And let's,
politically, you're talking about the possibility of a constitutional crisis and all that.
I mean, it. Not necessarily that honestly. It's the Trump agenda. Getting rid of regulations, getting fixing the healthcare situation. More spending on infrastructure. Businesses feeling more, confident and all that other stuff that goes along with all the, taxes, tax reform. Jack Welch was on CNBC this morning, and damn well he wants to, what he and other business leaders want is that the tax on corporate profits to be lowered, to have that free, perhaps,
and the repatriation.
All of that is all cooked into the, into a quote unquote strong dollar policy, and the Fed says, oh, we're not paying attention to that, but
But he is getting what he wanted. He did want a weaker dollar. I mean, there'd be headlines, tweets that drove the dollar down from his inauguration. So he's getting what he wants. I would say this to him: be careful what you wish for.
Right, because there's the other thing like the stock market reaction and stuff. There's a lot of balls in the air, Dale, and that kind of pushes me back toward listening to what the market says, because the market is the ultimate vote and the voice in how things move. I'm sorry, but was it Stellianos that was on?
Yeah. Yes.
Early. Okay. Nice to meet you. I hope I'm saying that wrong.
Well, we have two Stellianos. We have two of them. So Stellianos Volgi, which is also short for his last name, takes Steve. Right. And the other Stelios sticks with his Greek
about me because I spoke. Yes, we both have the same name, but everybody calls me Steve to be.
Steve. Steve is Americanized now.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah. So
he eats hot dogs instead of euros now. So yeah.
Well, good to speak with you too. But as far as the euro goes, he had the same 61.8% retracement up there at the highs here, and it was holding there. It came right up to that level, right through here. This is the hourly chart again. Right. And the hope is, and we as traders do have hope. Okay, don't let it fool you. But the hope is that the 28 level holds and the market comes down and starts to correct lower. But when we start to move back up above it, that's where the risk is defined, risk is limited, and we start to move higher. So we have to, I think we have to respect the because of what we're seeing in some of the technicals here, especially things like the yen and the euro marching higher. We have to respect that. I mean, for the euro here, here is my, this trend line here that cut across here. We went above it earlier this month, and then this was on an opening, a weekend opening. It's on May 8th. Opened up higher and then moved straight down.
And the big day on that chart, Greg, was the election night where the euro started off higher and failed.
Right.
To go back, and it looks like we're headed back towards a possibility of that being retested. So it's interesting how far away the stock market is compared to the euro retesting the same zone before the election, because that would be 2070 in the S&Ps if the euro gets up to that spike high up there.
2070,
yeah, and that's where we were November 8th.
And we're at 2370. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, you can bring up stock market charts as well as and well, hold on, let me see if I can. I did a picture.
And the bonds are making progress back toward those levels too. That would be about 130, 128 in the TLT. So some financial markets have taken away the whole Trump thing. A lot of stocks have the Trump trade. A lot of people bought steel stocks, and they, I remember Dennis Gardman said, I like U.S. Steel because I understand it. Anything I could drop on my foot and it hurts. And
he didn't buy it in yen terms though, did he? Or
he's not short of long gold of yen.
Right.
Long of gold of yen. But I think it's interesting that a lot of these markets are close to recapturing everything that was lost on November 9th, except the stock market.
Except those that S&Ps and NASDAQs and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I saw, what was it yesterday? They had like 10% of the S&P is like Facebook and Apple and Microsoft.
Four or five stocks.
Yeah. So,
high concentration, Amazon, all of those.
Yeah.
I'd like to give you some time to talk about what you and Adam and the other people at Forex Live do. I know that you're a great fundamental information source. So, both you and Adam have been so kind to come and join me in my new venture here with the team at ForexAnalytix. And I know you and Adam respect both of you as people and as analyst traders. So if you'd like, you could show us a few things that you guys do and how you edify your community.
Right. Well, our bread and butter is, of course, our website, forexlive.com. And we look to, provide, a trader's perspective, if you will, to the action that's going on, from, analysis of the economic data that comes out to, you'll see my stuff just, with the Forex technical analysis.
And, it makes me think, as I see Adam's mug up here on the screen, that you are like 99% technical. And Adam is very fundamental. Mm-hmm. He loves news events. That's when he really gets, puts his the pedal to the metal. What a great combination you guys are for partners.
Well, it is, and purposely so. So, excuse me. Although I don't know how to spell analysis up here, so that comes with the.
We'll send you a spell check for your site, but
with the quickness that we try to get our posts up and such. So
all right. So you also have social trading. You guys have a room where you do you have a trading room? What's social trading like at Forex Live?
It's not where we necessarily want it to be, but it's getting there. And part of it is just a time constraint from what we're trying to do here. This is our bread and butter right through here, is to get as much information out as we possibly can on the market, on specific trading ideas or levels, and levels that are key where risk can be defined, risk can be limited. I use that phrase all the time in everything that I write. So what you're gonna, at down the road, we hope that can get bigger and better, but it takes, you can't be two places at one time, can you? So you have to,
you need a big team to handle everything.
And so, we hope to grow in the future, and the thing about that is let's say that we open up a technical analysis room, and then that's where I'm going to be located. Well, if we were to do that, it might come under a pay per to get in there type of thing. I'm not saying that that's going to be the case, but but it takes me away from this, where we love to and we work to satisfy all our customers out there and stuff. Okay,
and there was big news for your company, wasn't it, with finance magnets?
Yeah, we part of their overall umbrella. So that's good news for Forex Live, and takes a lot of you talk about manpower and stuff like that. It takes a lot of that.
They're like your marketing,
right? The stuff behind the scenes out of our hands that allows us to spend more time here, at least, and a lot of that stuff happens after the close, after our shifts are over, and so it's a great relief. We as traders know that we can't go pedal the metal 24 hours a day. And I know there's some people out there who do, but God bless you. I'm too old for that.
So the young guns.
Right. Yeah. So we try to keep it's a great fit. And we're very proud and happy to be part of their part of the team.
Well, it was great hearing your voice again, Greg. And
it's always too short. Have me back again. I'd be happy to come and support.
Yeah, I look at you and Adam as regulars. Okay, so we're gonna continue this relationship, and again, I consider you a friend.
Yeah,
and it was great having a conversation with Mr. 100, 200 moving average, and And talking about taking the market message, there were some pearls in this interview. And I wish you and your family and the Forex Live family nothing but success and blessings and pips to rain down on you and everyone you're in touch with.
Same to you. And
hey, Greg.
Yes.
There's your neighbor. The neighbor's here.
Hey, I just wanted to. I've been listening in the whole time. I didn't want to just barge in at any time. I just.
Someone said you were lurking outside his window, Blake.
I was
in the community.
I happened to be just down there trying to catch a ride to my kid's school. I just wanted to say, great to hear your voice. I can't wait for the next time that we get to have a beer. We should do that relatively soon.
Same place, same time.
The same bat channel as I like to do it. Yeah, that would be great. But I just want to say you guys do such great things, Greg. I love what you and Adam and the rest of the team at Forex Live do. You guys are really the standout from the crowd. For what you guys do for the Forex community, and I applaud you for it. I think it's awesome, and we just try very hard at ForexAnalytix to follow in your footsteps to help this community as well. So.
Yeah, we have the same admiration for you and your team, obviously, and it's great that you brought on Dale to do these shows, and that just says a lot about what you want to bring to your audience. So, and Blake's my hero. So
well, the same back at you, Greg. Yeah. I really applaud you, and you're just a gem to listen to. And I actually had some guys when I was in I was up north in the Northeast that were like, hey, tell me a little bit about Greg Michalowski, and I had nothing but great things to say about you. So anyway, great to hear from you, and thanks for being here today, and I'm going to let you guys wrap it up.
All right, thanks, Blake.
See you soon. All right, thank you, Blake. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Steve Volge. Thank you, Stelios. Thank you, Nicola Duke. Thank you, Greg Horvat. And thank you, F.A.C.E community, for your great looks today, for your attention. It's our mission every day to build up and edify traders, and I mean that every day. Hi, Brooks. How are you? So I'll see everyone tomorrow. We'll see if this pandemonium continues, and we'll see if we get some type of setup for a correction in Euro USD. Remember, most of all, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. You're driving around in your Lamborghini and your Mercedes-Benz, and you see someone with a cardboard sign, help them out. Okay, because we're all very blessed that we even have risk capital to risk. Some people have to make a decision between medicine and food. So keep that in mind. Sow good seeds and you'll reap the harvest. We reap what we sow. So thank you guys, and adios. See everyone tomorrow. I have a great guest tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you who it is, so you show up. And thank you for subscribing. A few guys said they subscribed today. Thank you for supporting our mission here at ForexAnalytix. Adios, my trading warrior brothers and sisters. See you tomorrow. See you, Luca.